A very big night for Bob Dole. It should be a clean sweep of 8 primaries, a turning point in the campaign. A drug flowing in from Mexico is banned in the U.S. after a series of sexual abuses. Israel is burying its dead and goes after the terrorist with the help of the U.S. NBC News in depth tonight, Republican women. What can we expect?
From NBC News, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. This is the biggest night yet in what has turned out to be a raucous race for the Republican presidential nomination. And it looks like a Bob Dole sweep is taking shape tonight, most of the delegates in 8 primaries. Tonight, NBC News has declared Dole the winner in Georgia, Vermont, Maryland, Massachusetts, Maine, Connecticut. Bob Dole, the winner in those states tonight. You're looking live now at a voting booth in Colorado. Polls still are open there and in Rhode Island, but Bob Dole is expected to do well in both those states as well. He is expected to take a lion's share of the delegates in 8 primaries and 2 caucuses across the country tonight. A true triumph for Bob Dole. Here now is Gwen Eiffel with the big stakes.
It took weeks of false starts and near misses. But Bob Dole is finally poised to become the clear frontrunner in the Republican presidential race.
Looks good.
Voters in 8 states went to the polls today, casting ballots that could finally begin to whip this chaotic contest into shape. Dole, stressing his experience and persistence, was favored to win everywhere.
And maybe I am where I am today because of sheer determination. I've never posed as an intellectual, but I have a lot of determination, and I fight for what I think is right.
3 other serious contenders remain: Pat Buchanan, Steve Forbes, and Lamar Alexander. Each was looking for silver linings beyond today's events. Exit polls showed that Dole fractured Buchanan's base by winning over voters who oppose foreign trade and worry about the nation's morality. Without that coalition behind him during the past week, the Buchanan campaign began leaking momentum, like a balloon leaks air.
So we're going to take this battle through Super Tuesday, through the industrial Middle West, into California, on to San Diego.
Lamar Alexander, concentrating on Florida, said that he must beat Bob Dole soon.
If he beats me in Florida, I'll get out and proudly endorse him. And if I beat him in Florida, I believe that will shift the momentum toward me.
Steve Forbes was also looking for a breakout win beyond today's primaries, possibly Thursday in New York. But in Buffalo today, he made clear that, unlike Alexander, he has no plans to drop out.
Go Steve, all the way to California, Steve. Right on. The White House.
Money, which he used to buy sausages at a city market, can carry Forbes well beyond New York. Nearly 60% of voters responding to exit polls today said they found Buchanan too extreme. Bob Dole more serious, more electable. Asked today who his toughest opponent now is, Bob Dole said Bill Clinton. Gwen Eiffel, NBC News, Atlanta.
A few moments ago, I talked with Senator Dole. He was clearly elated by the results after his slow start in Iowa and his disappointing second in New Hampshire.
I think it's going to be a big day. We're very happy about it. We thought it would happen. We needed a break somewhere. It came in South Carolina, and we felt once we had a little momentum, this would turn around. The party's not breaking up. I think the party's going to stay together, and we'll have good, strong leadership.
Buchanan was very strict on abortion. Can you keep abortion from breaking up the party or damaging you when it comes to the fall?
Well, I hope so. I have a consistent, strong pro-life record, but I also believe there are other issues that keep us together. We can have differences in our party and still be good Republicans and still move forward.
Do you think you could pick a vice presidential running mate who is in fact pro-choice?
Well, I've said it wouldn't be a litmus test. I want somebody who generally shares my views. You can't find somebody who shares every view you have. And my view is that should be an open question. I shouldn't have to decide in advance that I'll only pick a certain person, pro-choice, pro-life, whatever. And we're going to take our time, if I do win the nomination, and find the best candidate for vice president we can.
But if you pick someone who's pro-choice, isn't there the danger that people will walk out of the party led by Pat Buchanan?
My view is that we've got to be realistic as a party. I feel strongly about it, too. But if I'm going to exclude everybody who's pro-choice, say, well, you can't vote for Bob Dole because I'm pro-life, then we're going to have a very small party.
You're not only alive again, but you're the front runner, and it looks like you're out of reach when it comes to the nomination.
So we feel good about today's results, and New York's going to be a good day for Bob Dole.
Bob Dole tonight, the clear winner today, sweeping probably all 8 primaries. When we come back, NBC News in depth tonight. More on presidential politics. A look at the woman behind the Buchanan Brigade.
There's no question, there's got to be a tough person. You know, there's got to be one person that takes charge and has to make the tough calls. I'm glad to do that.
Babe Buchanan, campaign manager, Big Brother's biggest booster. And up next, the government bans a frightening drug that has led to tragedy for some young people.
I don't have one reason you should try Citracel fiber therapy. I have hundreds. Letters that state, our doctor has recommended that I take Citracel. And I just changed from Metamucil to Citracel. Citracel is different. Other powdered bulk fibers are made with psyllium, which can cause gas. Citracel is as effective without producing excess gas. Thank you for Citracel. I've been a loyal user for years. Try Citracel, effective relief without the gas.
Everybody needs some money sometime.
When you need money fast,
Hello, Dad?
count on Western Union. We send more money to more people around the world than anyone else. Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
It's a great time to be silver because you're over 50 and you haven't lost your edge. Now there's a Centrum made just for you. Centrum Silver for your changing nutritional needs. Centrum Silver. It's a great time to be silver.
Give me the ball! Hey, foul!
Bayer, powerful pain relief, and so much more. Now, extra strength Bayer PM, the only aspirin that gently helps you sleep.
There's a crackdown tonight from the federal government against a frightening new drug that is sweeping the South. It is called Rohypnol. It's a heavy sedative. It's being abused for sexual purposes, among others. Here's NBC's Pete Williams.
Police in Florida call it the date rape drug. Slipped into a drink, it loosens inhibitions and causes temporary memory blackout in unsuspecting victims.
They're at the hands of a predator who can do anything they want with them, from rape to robbery, or if they want to pull a cruel joke on somebody, they can use these pills.
The drug maker, Swiss-based Hoffmann La Roche, calls it Rohypnol, similar to Valium but 10 times stronger. Prescribed in Europe and South America for sleep disorders, but not sold legally in the U.S. It has been legal to bring a 3-month supply of the drug into this country with a prescription. But reacting to reports of growing abuse, the Clinton administration today said importing even small amounts will now be banned.
Rohypnol has been called a party drug of today. Well, the party is over.
On the street, the pills are called roofies, selling for $3 to $5. Dealers have been arrested with thousands of them, mostly smuggled into Florida from Colombia and into Texas from Mexico. It's legal in both those countries. In South Florida, the pills are easy to find.
If you probably go to like any club on South Beach and probably you could get them, or you could get them on the street, or maybe even in school.
It's even more dangerous when mixed with alcohol. Rock star Kurt Cobain collapsed into a coma when he took Rohypnol and champagne a month before his suicide. Federal agents now hope to list Rohypnol in the same drug category as heroin and LSD, bringing the same tough penalties for possession. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
Also in Florida tonight, strong winds and tinder dry conditions are fueling brush fires again. Dense smoke from 3,200 acres of burning palmetto and pine woods closed a major road into the Florida Keys again today. In central Florida, 50 people have been evacuated after fire destroyed at least 2 homes. There was another big rally on Wall Street today. The Dow was up to a record high, and the Nasdaq was up as well. When we come back, NBC News in depth tonight, more on presidential politics, Republicans and the women's vote. Has the gender gap become the great divide?
Soon, you may have something better to wake up to.
You're a winner in the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes.
Because starting March 21st, the Prize Patrol will wake up a new winner every morning for a month.
Oh, let me get my shoes. Can you believe this?
That's 30 winners in 30 days.
Yeah!
With prizes up to $100,000.
And I don't feel good.
Enter today and you could wake up a winner.
Come here.
Men, is gray hair sneaking up on you right under your nose?
It is sneaking up on me. Here, too.
You need Just for Men gel. Brush in and in 5 minutes, rinse.
It's the sure thing for a natural look.
Just for Men gel.
Chocolate parfait nips. Rich, velvety, long-lasting. Had enough? Have a nips.
The last one's left the house. It's just the two of you now. It's time for Create a Meal. It's a great meal without a big hassle. Brown your favorite meat, lay on a hearty measure of Green Giant's fresh-tasting veggies, our delicious Create a Meal sauce, and in 20 minutes, it's dinner, the way it used to be. It's a fresh solution to dinner. Create a Meal.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant.
NBC News in depth tonight, more on presidential politics, women and the grand old party. How Republican women feel about their party's nominee will be crucial come November. While the candidates have been courting the women's vote in the primaries, are they doing enough? We begin our in-depth reporting now with NBC's Lisa Myers.
The Republicans have a problem with women, even the party faithful. It shows up at club meetings where the hot topic is reaching out.
We need to attract women.
And at get-togethers of a new generation of Republicans, where this year's Republican candidates are not the toast of the town.
Well, I think that they're sort of a stale bunch. Cigar? But I think the most vibrant and charismatic candidate is probably Pat Buchanan. But then, I don't agree with any of his views.
If there is widespread agreement on anything this wacky political season, it's that women probably hold the key to the November election, and that to win, any Republican must carry not only Republican women, but a big chunk of independents. George Bush did not in 1992. He got only 37% of women's votes, 8 points less than Bill Clinton. And today, polls show women leaning even more heavily in favor of Democrats. The big reason? Pat Buchanan. His style, tone, and ideology offends even some of the most loyal Republicans.
I could not support Pat Buchanan.
Mary Louise Smith is a former National Republican chair.
There's an anti-woman quality. There's suggestions of racism.
Senator Olympia Snowe says even though Buchanan won't be the nominee, his polarizing anti-abortion rhetoric has done lasting damage.
He is seeking to drive, I think, a wedge within the Republican Party.
Example, Christina Green, who voted Republican before, but may not this year, partly because of the power of the Christian coalition within the party.
Maybe the majority of people don't quite feel as strongly as they do.
But New Jersey Governor Christine Whitman insists women can be won back with an inclusive message and a strong economic appeal.
Women are always concerned about the economic issues. I mean, they really do care about jobs and the economy and education, and those issues where Republicans have made some very strong appeals.
Whitman says it's also important that the likely nominee, Bob Dole, show more of his personal side. But Dole's challenge is steep. One recent poll found Dole even with President Clinton among men, but trailing among women by 18 points. Not a gender gap, a chasm. Lisa Myers, NBC News, New York.
Another dimension to all of this, of course, many have argued that Pat Buchanan, with his very strict anti-abortion views, helped drive women from the party 4 years ago. But this year, guess who's running his campaign? A woman, and not just any woman. NBC's Bob Thaw tonight continues our in-depth reporting.
Her own brother fondly refers to Angela Bay Buchanan as General MacArthur.
I take charge totally.
Her enemies sneer she is Pat in a dress.
Can we meet for like 3 minutes?
She is passionate, in your face, sometimes shrill.
There's a difference
Have
between
you talked to these people out there who are losing their jobs? Have you met them? They work with their hands.
When you've grown up with just one sister and 7 rowdy brothers in a rock-ribbed Roman Catholic household, then go off to Australia, join the Mormon Church, and Ronald Reagan appoints you at 32 the youngest treasurer in U.S. history, and your other political hero is Margaret Thatcher.
Should we get up there with, and just let them have it?
Poppycock.
A real role model.
After all that, you are ready to be Pat Buchanan's national campaign chairman, not chairperson, chairman.
It's got to be a tough person. It's got to be one person that takes charge and has to make the tough calls. I'm glad to do that.
Which means 15-plus hour days, stretching every campaign dollar, fielding calls for her brother, fielding calls from him.
You feel comfortable telling your brother literally anything?
Yes.
Anything?
Absolutely.
Though when it's something he would rather not hear, it does help being a sister.
Well, once I've had my hearing, I might go back once or twice. I don't know of an occasion where we haven't ended up in total agreement.
And this 47-year-old divorced mother does it all while raising 3 rambunctious boys.
You guys have everything? Yep.
Schlepping them off to school most days, scanning homework on the fly, even when she's needed at the office.
If there's a serious conflict, the kids win. Pat knows that.
Babe Buchanan works, she says, because she wants to and sees no conflict championing the candidate who once cooed, "Mama Bird builds the nest."
When he wrote it, I just laughed and said, "What are you talking about?" And he now explains that his computer got out of hand. He just kind of ran and kept running and he couldn't stop it. But that's his way of saying, maybe I went overboard on that one.
She does it not for the money, over $100,000 a year, or to get some cushy job later. She does it because she strongly believes abortion is wrong, that jobs should be protected and immigration curbed.
I am an activist. I mean, I really believe in the movement. It's hard to get better than the kind of pleasure you can get to see him to do so well.
And if the brother falls short, it won't be because somebody bet on the Bay. Bob Fall, NBC News, McLean, Virginia.
Not even Babe Buchanan would recommend that the rest of us read while we drive. When we come back, the U.S. dispatches help to Israel after that wave of terror. But is it too late to save the Mideast peace plan?
While other real estate companies make lots of noise about themselves, at Coldwell Banker, we're busy taking care of you. From supporting your needs to expanding our services, you've been our sole focus for over 90 years. No wonder more than 9 out of 10 of our customers would recommend us to a friend. So for real support, turn to Coldwell Banker. For over 90 years, support you can count on.
Fibercon or Metamucil? Both give you the same predictable regularity, the same natural action of fiber. So what makes Fibercon different? With Fibercon, I get my fiber in 2 caplets. Fibercon, fiber regularity that's easier to take.
You don't inherit it from your ancestors. Gum disease is caused by germs. Only germ-killing Listerine is clinically proven to help prevent the gum disease gingivitis. Kill the germs. Spare your gums. Listerine, the power of prevention.
There's only one denture cleanser with Listerine ingredients, Efferdent Plus, to fight denture odor. It kills 99.9% of the germs that cause denture odor, so you can get this close. Efferdent Plus, kill the germs, kill the odor.
I need 2 hands for itching and 2 more for flaking.
All you need is Scalpicin, a clear liquid you don't wash away like shampoo, with a medicine for deep scalp itch and dandruff these dandruff shampoos don't have. Scalpicin.
No flaking, no itch.
It's too bad we don't have another name for high cholesterol. If it sounded as ugly as what it does to you, you'd pick up the phone right now and find out about treatment plans that could lower your cholesterol, reduce your risk of a heart attack, even save your life. Call 1-800-51-MERC for your free booklet and talk with your doctor, because no matter what you call it, you can do something about it.
Tomorrow on Today, the babysitter's watching your kids, but who's watching your babysitter and what happens when you're not home? Be sure we'll show you how tomorrow on Today.
From the opulence to the execution, NBC presents a stunning, spellbinding look at National Geographic's Secrets of the Last Tsar, NBC Wednesday.
Israel tonight is back at war with the terrorists who have killed almost 60 people in just over a week. And for the United States, an almost impossible task, helping Israelis feel secure without further damaging the fragile peace process. We have 2 reports tonight. We'll start with NBC's Brian Williams on the U.S. response.
In the middle of a raging snowstorm, a shipment of American-made bomb detection devices left an Air Force base in Massachusetts for arrival in Israel tonight. And tonight, in a televised address to the Israeli people, the president urged them to fight the temptation to break with the peace process.
Now is the time to be strong.
bullets and bombs must not prevail against the will for peace, and they will not.
The White House wants to be seen as moving fast, so today the president announced what he was sending to Israel as it was being sent. Shipments of explosive detection devices and so-called technical personnel from the U.S. to Israel. Some of them will be involved in anti-terrorism training. The U.S. will also approach other governments to solidify support for Israel.
The United States has always stood with the people of Israel through good times and bad, and we stand with them today.
White House aides told the president in a briefing late last night that a visible U.S. response was called for, and some are saying there's still much more he can do.
He can send a strong message to all the peoples in the Middle East about what is and isn't acceptable, responsible, civilized behavior.
Officials here realize the Israelis want to retaliate, and they're sharing intelligence with them, though not all of it. They don't want to compromise U.S. sources in a hurry to hit back at Hamas. Brian Williams, NBC News, the White House.
This is Martin Fletcher in Gaza. Hamas is on the run. Palestinian police loyal to PLO chairman Yasser Arafat surrounded Gaza's main mosques today. Arafat and Israel have declared war on the suicide bombers. The police want to stop militants from gathering or causing trouble. Few Palestinians turned up for the midday prayers. Those that did were scared. We don't want trouble, they said. We just want to pray. Journalists were not welcome.
We were asked politely but firmly to leave the mosque. The people are afraid of being identified as Hamas.
They're afraid Israeli special forces will sneak into Gaza and take revenge against them. Hamas leader Mohammed Azahar called for a truce.
In order to stop the vicious circle of bloodshedding.
A leaflet from the suicide bombers offered a ceasefire if Israel calls off its war. Israel says no way.
We are going to detain and arrest Hamas leaders.
Israeli officials say first they bomb us, then they want a ceasefire. Today, Israeli troops began punishing the families of suicide bombers by sealing their houses, making them unlivable. Israel is demanding Yasser Arafat stop the Hamas bombers. But Israel warned again today, if Arafat doesn't do it, Israel will. Martin Fletcher, NBC News, Gaza.
Now to NBC News Online, beyond the day's headlines. Ever think what you've written might be worth something someday? Maybe if you're Albert Einstein, everyone's favorite genius. Back in 1912, he wrote down the most complete explanation ever of his theory of relativity. You remember, E equals mc squared. Well, that manuscript goes up for auction next week. It is expected to fetch more than $4 million. Everything is relative, of course. Consider Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb. His birthplace in Ohio, now a museum, has been short of cash. No money to pay, you guessed it, the electric bill. But there's good news tonight. Hometown trustees will foot that bill, $1,000, and the lights will stay on. When NBC Nightly News continues, who is this man? Where is he going? Why is everyone staring? Cashing in on an uncanny resemblance. Next.
Welcome to a place where a quiet moment fuels great thoughts, where the coffee stirs the conversation, and the steamiest moments are found in a cup. It's not a coffee house. It's a place called home. Introducing Italian Espresso Roast from Maxwell House. Coffee house coffee you can brew in your regular coffee maker. Deep, intense, but not bitter. It's the first coffee house coffee that's good to the last drop.
Soon, you may have something better to wake up to.
You have got to be kidding!
Because starting March 21st, Publishers Clearinghouse will wake up 30 winners in 30 days with prizes up to $100,000. Enter and you could wake up a winner.
I just learned some new information about pain relievers. Tylenol recently added this warning to their labels. If you generally consume 3 or more alcohol-containing drinks per day, you should consult your physician for advice on when and how you should take Tylenol and other pain relievers. While for the vast majority, Tylenol is safe, if you regularly consume 3 or more drinks per day, taking certain doses of Tylenol over several days may, in some cases, affect your liver. Before taking any analgesic, ask your doctor if Advil may be a safer choice.
Red Lobster presents the Jumbo Tiger Prawn. It's premium, our biggest and best tasting ever. Enjoy this rare shrimp on the Tiger Prawn Feast with extra crunchy, pan-seared, and scampi prawns for a short time at Red Lobster.
Awesome.
So I just got married, and my husband says, try Crispix. Crispix doesn't get soggy in milk. Hey, I love the guy, but nobody's perfect. Okay, it starts off crispy. Now, this spoonful is still crispy, but it's gonna turn soggy. So he makes a little mistake.
Kellogg's Crispix cereal. Delicious corn and rice that stays crispy to the end.
Last bite, it's gonna be soggy. Hey, it's still crispy. He is perfect, so far.
Dateline tonight, avalanche, countless tons of deadly crushing snow. Can two trapped snowboarders survive? A rescue story you'll never forget. Dateline NBC tonight.
Tonight we have the story of a man who has an unusual personal interest in the politics of this election year. He's not an ideologue. He's not running for office. He doesn't even want a job in a new administration. He already has a job, thank you very much. Here's NBC's George Lewis.
His travel schedule is grueling, from Philadelphia to Rancho Mirage, California to Nashville in 3 days. It would be quite a drag if Tim Waters weren't making so much money. His agent estimates over $1 million this year. And for what, you ask?
Good to see you guys.
4 years ago, Waters was a real estate salesman in Florida. Bill Clinton was running for president, and someone in Waters' office suggested the two of them could have been separated at birth.
I think it was a fellow in my office that said, you know, Tim, I think lookalikes make pretty good money. All of a sudden, cha-ching.
For 4 years, Waters has made hundreds of personal appearances, playing the president and fooling lots of people.
Framingham, Massachusetts. Saw you there.
Good. Nice to see you guys.
Good luck.
It's really funny when you can get away with that and fool people like that, even for a split second. But as long as you can get them for a split second, it's a lot of fun.
Did you folks know that when you're president of the United States, you can get an Egg McMuffin after 10:30 in the morning? Do you know what the secret is to a successful administration? No, I'm asking. Does anybody here know?
Waters, who gets approximately $3,500 for each personal appearance, is painfully aware that lookalikes have careers with limited shelf lives. So in this election, he's rooting for Clinton, big time. One of his appearances was this pizza catching demonstration on The Tonight Show. Tim Waters.
There's a saying that goes, tell me, I forget, show me, I remember, involve me, I understand. So maybe if you can make a game out of geography, weave a mystery from new words, or create a song out of numbers, you can involve kids and make them curious enough to ask questions and interested enough to find answers. That's when they begin to find their own way. And that's where OPB comes in. Because our philosophy about children's programming is this. The most important thing children can learn is how to teach themselves. And with your help, we can all continue to do just that.
You guys are good.
And don't forget, when you call with a generous $125 contribution to OPB tonight, we'll send you one of these lovely black and gold sweatshirts. Designed with your favorite programs in mind, this sweatshirt will keep you warm in Oregon's winter drizzle while you demonstrate your support of OPB to family and friends. Call 1-800-551-9911 right away.
When you turn to public broadcasting, you know you'll see the best programming anywhere on television. OPB has been airing great programming for almost 75 years. Quite a record, wouldn't you say? There's one very special way you can make this wonderful programming continue for your children, your grandchildren, for everyone who appreciates worthwhile programming. That's by making a bequest to OPB in your will or trust. Please write or call for a free brochure on including OPB in your will or trust. Call 293-1935 or mail your request to Mel Wagoner, Planned Giving Director, OPB, 7140 Southwest Macadam Avenue, Portland, Oregon 97219. Remember, you are the future of Oregon Public Broadcasting.
If you'd like to mail in your contribution, here's the address. Oregon Public Broadcasting. Post Office Box 4373, Portland, Oregon 97208.